Assalamu alaikum. Does a person who embraces Islam have to change his or her name to a so-called Muslim name or an Islamic name? It is very common to see people who have embraced Islam being asked to change their names to Arab names or Pakistani names or names that are tied to the Muslim ethnic majority. To answer this question, it is important we go back in time to how the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, how did they handle the issue of changing of names? The general rule was that the companions of the Prophet did not change their names when they embraced Islam. The Prophet only recommended changes where someone had a name that had a bad meaning or a name that was related to idolatry. Islam respects native names that are good. Non-Arab names such as Bilal was an Ethiopian, Salman was a Persian, Maryam is a Jewish name, Musa is an Egyptian name, and so many other names of prophets that have been sent to all parts of humanity show that Islam respects diversity in culture. In Surah Al-Hujurat, Allah makes it clear that He has created us into nations and tribes, that we should know one another. But the best among us in the eyes of God is the most God-conscious. We should be proud of our native and traditional and cultural names. As the Prophet respected a lot of the names of people, Umar, when he embraced Islam, did not change his name. The name Muhammad was given to him by his family. He didn't change his name after prophethood. Nor did Khadija, nor did Abu Bakr, nor did Uthman, nor did the majority of companions change their names. When, however, a name was a surname, because in the Quran, in chapter 33, verse 4 to 5, we are expected to recognize the name of our parents because this shows our lineage. The Prophet did not change surnames that were un-Islamic in nature. And so we hear Abdul Muttalib or Abdul Shams, even though these may not be all considered Islamic names, they still were retained because they were the names of the families, they were the names of the parents of people. And this kept lineage, which is one of those things Sharia is interested in protecting. The tradition, therefore, of the Prophet, peace be upon him, his sunnah, was that people would keep their names if the meanings were positive or neutral, or if the names did not contradict any teachings. Names like Khidr just mean green. Names like Asad mean lion. So many names. Jamal means camel. So many names have positive meanings in various languages that Sharia respects. And if these names are traditionally more acceptable in a particular society, then Sharia respects urf and ada, people's customs, people's traditions. And in line with the sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him, even where the Prophet changed people's names, he changed their names to names that were culturally appropriate. He changed Arab names to other Arab names. And so when somebody who is not a Muslim embraces Islam and has a name coming from whatever culture, let us not insist on changing their names to Arab names as if something that is more Arab is more Islamic than the urf, the custom that Allah has created for those particular people. Let us respect the sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and respect the diversity in culture that Allah has created. It makes it even easier for some of the converts or reverts to Islam, those who have embraced Islam, if they kept their own names, so long as there's nothing wrong in the name. And Allah knows best. Assalamu alaikum.